Meowdy Market Moguls. Welcome to Meowkit Mayhem. I'm Zach, your resident catboy consultant. Let's go. I wanted to create a very all-encompassing kind of message for everybody who has kind of missed the boat on what the hell is going on with tariffs. And don't worry, if you already know how tariffs work, if you're watching the YouTube video, I'll have something on screen to keep you entertained. I know what you people who understand how tariffs work enjoy. This is my country. You want to sell something here? The company that buys something will import and they will owe the government X% of the sale cost. So let's say that they spend $100 to import something, they have to spend $125 because $25 will be going to the government. Now, the way this works is for a company like Toyota. Toyota US has their cars made in Japan, and so they import them into the US. Toyota US pays 25% on top of the cost of the car. So why would the government do this? What's intended is you will end up working like, let's say, Ford. You'll start operating the way Ford does and have everything made in the US because it's a US company. And what this does is it protects US jobs, it punishes foreign competition, it fixes trade deficits, and it is a bargaining chip for deals. This is, in theory, how tariffs work. But there's one fucking problem. There's one gigantic problem. There's no fucking company on the planet that's going to go, you know what? I wouldn't mind spending the extra money. It'll look good on the record books. No, of course, they're gonna just be like, this guy thinks we're gonna pay, we're passing it on to the consumer. Especially because factories cost billions of dollars. I'm not gonna just start a new factory in the US. And so what ends up happening, overall, is that the cost of an imported car goes up by $6,000 on average. That's a crazy high price hike. Holy fuck, I should take my meds. Now, you might think, okay, this is great. People will buy American-made cars, which is what Trump thinks. In fact, Trump has gone on record saying, I couldn't care less. I hope that they raise their prices, because if they do, people are gonna buy American cars. We have plenty. One problem, Mr. President. One tiny little problem. Nearly half of all vehicles in the United States are imported. What fucking cars? What cars are they buying? You might be thinking, all right, sure, but cars that are made in the US, maybe they'll make some factories, whatever, fine. There's one big issue. You might have noticed this on the Ford slide if you were a very eagle-eyed viewer. In front of the Ford building, there are a bunch of flags. Flags that, I might add, do not belong to the United States. I wonder why that is. They don't make everything here. They don't make all of the fucking parts of the car in the US. There is no 100% made in USA car company anywhere. So let's just, for example, let's talk about ball bearings, right? There are about 100 to 150 ball bearings in a car, right? If you don't know what one is, it's the little fun part that makes us fidget spinners spin. Remember those? Pog fidget spinners? Ball time, great. Approximately 90% of the production of ball bearings happens outside of the US. 70% are in China. This is just one part of a car. You probably haven't heard of this. There's the American Made Index. It's run by cars.com, and they record what parts of the car are made in America or Canada, or in Canada for some reason. I don't know why Canada is included. It just ranks all the cars by how much of the car is made in America, right? Here's Mr. Tesla, right? The famously, we make our shit in America car. This is the 21st highest ranking option in terms of most American car. So let's play a little guessing game, right? What percentage of the car do you think is not made in the US? 60. Okay. 50, 74. You think 74% of it is not made in the US. You guys are highballing. Tesla is famously like the America company. This is the highest, this is the 21st highest ranking. You think 74% of the car. You guys are going up, wrong direction, down. Okay, 99 and 90. You guys are fucking killing it. Great job, everyone. 100% of the car is not made in America. You guys are fucking genius. This is why I'm telling you guys how tariffs work. Why would the list even fucking exist at that point, Fluffy? Why would we even have a oh yeah, this car wasn't made in America, this car wasn't made in America, this car wasn't made in America, this car wasn't made in America? Why are we ranking them past that point? Okay, actual answer. actual answer, 25% of it is not made in America. This is a top 30 car in terms of most American made, and 25 fucking percent of it is not made here. This is like a best case scenario. So what does this actually mean? You might be like, okay, fine, 25% of it isn't made in America, but it's not a full car. Like, how much will it cost me? If I'm looking to buy a car in America that is mostly American made, how much is it going to cost me? On average, still $3,000 more. This is average. Better than $6,000. Damn right. God bless America. USA, USA. Even though there won't be enough cars to meet demand, but USA, USA. So, like, this is baffling literally everyone on the political spectrum. Here's Larry Kudlow. He is the man who used to be the director of Trump's National Economic Council. And when he was asked to defend what was going on here, the best answer he could muster was, both sides will pay. Both sides will pay. That's the best answer we can give? You literally used to be the guy who makes these kinds of decisions, and you can't even wrap your head around how fucking catastrophically dumb this is. So, I know that looking at the news can be a little bit intimidating. I'm just going to break down essentially what's happened over the course of the last 3 months so that you don't have to do it yourself. Here's a really fast rundown. Trump promises tariffs on Canada and Mexico first day in office. Oh, fuck, this sucks. Hooray! It's been postponed! Oh, fuck, that's not good. Don't hit the steel and aluminum. Oh, fuck, reciprocal tariffs! Oh, fuck, that's really bad! He cannot do that! Not reciprocal tariffs! If anything, not reciprocal tariffs! No, 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 no! Oh, okay, phew. Oh, it was just a trade tactic. Masterful gambit, sir. Oh, thank fuck, it was just a fucking gambit. Great, we did it. Oh, he's pulling back on the metal. Thank the fucking Lord the tariffs aren't coming in. What the fuck are you doing, man? You were doing so good. 200% tariff on wine. Where did this come from? Oh, Christ. Okay, great. The cars have been hit. And this one's in effect. It's just happening. Great. Surely that's got to be the worst of everything that we've got. And then the fucking reckoning day comes. Trump tells us in advance, this is going to be Liberation Day. And we don't know what that means. We know that it's going to be something about reciprocal tariffs, which is the worst one, I'll remind you. But we don't know how these levies are going to be implemented. And then April 2nd comes around, and he gets in front of the country with his big board, which he's very proud of, might I add. Look at him. He's so proud, standing in front of the country with his big board. Now, you see a little column in the middle of the board. It says, tariffs charged to the USA, and what he describes it as, in his own words, are all their tariffs, non-monetary barriers, and other forms of cheating. Okay, what does that mean? Now, before I answer that question, I want to say, before Trump's first term, pre-2018, the US had one of the lowest average tariff rates in the world, 1.5 to 2.5% on imported goods. We look at this new chart, and some of these countries are being tariffed as much as 49 fucking percent. Some of these countries are being tariffed half of what it costs to buy the product in the first fucking place. What? What? Like 10% is bad in the first place. 49%? What the fuck is Cambodia gonna do? And economists on both the right and the left were left scratching their head like, what the fuck am I looking at? What is this? Okay, so how did they find this number? Because this isn't actually the tariff rate that other countries are charging us. What is this meant? How did they get to these numbers? So, what they found was, and this has been confirmed, this is the equation that was used to determine what the tariff rate for other countries will be. Now, I know this doesn't mean anything to you in this moment. I'm about to make it clear what it is that you're looking at. The equation is how much that country sells us versus how much we sell them, divided by how much they sell us. That is incomprehensibly stupid. This does not correlate to tariffs, to currency, or to trade barriers. There is nothing that fucking represents. Economists on both the left and the right will tell you that this does not make any fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, this is calculated And then what they do, because we are a charitable nation, these are Trump's words, we are a charitable nation. We only charge them half of what they're charging us. Now, the top is America's trade deficit. And I'd like to say, the word deficit sounds scary. That's not inherently a bad thing. You have deficits. Here's an example. You go to the grocery store. You pay your grocery store. They don't pay you. That's what a deficit is. Are you mad at them for not paying you? Okay, well, I can't help you, Red Star. You also have trade surpluses. Your employer pays you. You don't pay them. That's a massive trade surplus. I hope you're not paying your employer. If you are, you have to ask them questions. And so when all of this comes together, we see one of the worst fucking days in recent history for the American stock market. Everything is red. You turned it into the Chinese flag. What the fuck is this? Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla, down. Procter & Gamble's doing fine though, that's fine. No, this is very positive social credit. We made the Chinese flag. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sucks for the US stock market. No, of course not. No, this isn't just bad for the US stock market, this is bad for every stock market. Here's where we started. Here's where we're ending. Just kidding. That post is like 2 days old. This is where we are now. We had to fucking invent a new percentage. Minus 20 now. To be able to have it all fit on the fucking page. Oops. You know it's really fucking bad if r/stocks, the subreddit, has one of its highest rated posts ever being just a phone number to the side hotline. Which would be a nice sentiment if it weren't for the fact that Trump revoked $11 billion in funding for addiction and mental health care at the Department of Health and Human Services, which funds the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, which is in charge of the suicide hotline. You get, like, what are you gonna get there? Your call is important to us. Please wait on the line. Your call is important to— So yeah, this has giant fucking implications. They're happening already and have already been happening. Trump is like, you want to charge us 34% tariffs? How's an actual reciprocal tariff for you? How about we charge you 34 fucking %? And that's very much a possibility. And you know it's bad when Nintendo's like, you're not allowed to do pre-orders until a later date so we can figure out how tariffs are going to impact things. We don't know how much it's going to cost. If any, like, forget China doing its own thing and being like, we're going to charge you more. This is the indicator of economy. Holy fuck, Nintendo's being like, I don't know about this shit. So yeah, there is news coming out about this literally every single day, and now you are mostly caught up as a crash course on the entirety of the tariff situation today. If there's more funny shit that happens, I'll talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure you do all of the YouTube things. And if you're not new here, do all of the things except for the subscribing part, because then you'll press the button twice. It'll unfollow you. That's not good. I really do appreciate that you've stuck around this far. If you want to be a part of next week's video, please come along and join. You can join us at twitch.tv/smoothly. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week. Peace.